What's up, guys? Hybrid Mongoose here, and today we are going to cover buying a 3DS in 2023. Why? Why would I do that? Well, you guys probably know if you're watching this video that the eShop for the 3DS and the Wii U shut down March 27th, 2023. And that opens up a lot of, the market for the 3DS right now is insane because of that. Myself included, I had a 3DS before and ended up selling it, and since that time I've actually regretted it. And the main reason what brought me back to it was actually emulation. Funny enough, I have a Steam Deck, which I'm going to do a video on the Steam Deck as well. I love that thing, and portable gaming in general. I love portable gaming, always have. Ever since I was young enough to steal the batteries out of a remote control for my Game Boy, I have loved portable gaming. Today we're going to cover the 3DS, and I ended up finding one on the marketplace. Well, actually, let's go back. What happened was I had the Steam Deck, and emulation, like I said, is what brought me back to wanting a 3DS. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the Steam Deck can emulate a lot of different things, including Nintendo Switch games, which I don't actually condone. If that's something you want to do, great, but that's not something that I actually want to do. I buy all my Switch games and, support the developers and all that stuff. I actually still love my Switch, even though I have a Steam Deck, because obviously the exclusives like Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, things like that. But what got me back into it was I was trying to emulate 3DS games, and a lot of the games were very hit or miss on the Steam Deck. Some would work great, some would work terribly. And then it dawned on me, when I had my 3DS before, I had it homebrewed and hacked and all of that, and it made me think, man, why did I get rid of that thing? Because now I'm trying to emulate the 3DS and play Ultra Sun, Pokemon, and I can't even play it. It's playing so poorly. And I was just like, you know what, I want a 3DS again, and I want to hack it again and all that stuff. So I went on Amazon, and I actually found a foreign seller that was selling a 3DS in extremely good condition. So here I am patiently waiting for this thing to come. When it finally gets here, I tried to hack it up. And actually previously I bought my son a 2DS for his birthday, the wedge style, which I'll be doing another video on that as well. And I was able to hack that with no problem. This foreign seller put some kind of custom firmware on it where I could not get it to be able to let me install FBI and the other apps myself, so I couldn't get the eshop on there, which is terrible. And that's like the whole point of it anyway, is to get the eshop on there and use it. Since the eShop shut down, the eshop application basically has all of the eShop items on there for free to download. You literally go on there, find the game you want, download it, boom, it's yours. If I'm going to buy a 3DS, especially in 2023, it's definitely going to be modded. It's definitely going to have all the things I want on it. Which leads me to now my find, which I actually found a 3DS XL new. The one that I ordered from that seller, I ended up returning it. It actually had a burn-in spot. That was my saving grace. It had a burn-in spot on the screen, so I was able to return, which honestly, it was such a small dot, I probably could have overlooked it if I was able to get the eshop installed. But they put some custom firmware on there or whatever, so that was my saving grace. I was like, oh, it's faulty, gotta return it. So I went and returned it, and that same night, after waiting that long to get it overseas, I was like, I have to find a 3DS on the marketplace or somewhere today. I can't do this. After waiting all that time, I'm like, I must have it. So I actually looked on the marketplace. I found this 3DS XL. Let me show this up on the screen right now. This 3DS XL, which is in, Mutagen Man here, which, let me get Mutagen Man out of the way. This is a sneak peek into the next video, which is my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection. Stay tuned for that. I got this guy over the weekend. He's in great condition for being how old he is. And yeah, we'll get into that later. Let me move him out of the way. So sneak peek for next video. But this is the 3DS XL, new 3DS XL that I got. I actually put a Futurama sticker on there. You know, some people will cringe at this. It's my 3DS. I understand the resale value, but I didn't like the Galaxy thing by itself. You know, I wanted to personalize it, so I found a Futurama sticker and put it on there. So I actually did it so where it faces outward, so when I open it, anybody looking at me playing would see that it's the Futurama ship upwards. So now let's throw the 3DS here. Oh, let me turn that down a little bit. You can see that I got a ton of games already installed, and this seller already had it homebrewed, hacked, had the eshop on it, and even installed a large size, I think 128 gig micro SD card, which is more than enough for all the games that I would want on this thing. And boom, yeah, did it. So you can see here, this thing is in immaculate condition. It is beautiful. Let me close it real quick. I mean, I don't even think there's a scuff on the bottom. That's fingerprints. That's fingerprints. Let me wipe this off real quick. But I'm telling you, this thing is gorgeous. And yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a scratch on it, literally. So it is beautiful. If you hate the Futurama sticker, let me know. Some people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe you did that." But I will say, you know, you could always do a shell replacement. They sell shells for the top and the bottom that you can replace really easily. So back to the games. You know, the great thing about this is it's not going to be like an emulation god, right? It can't play, you know, it can't play everything like the Steam Deck can. The Steam Deck is actually a far better emulation machine overall. But if I'm going to emulate anything like NES, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, 3DS especially, I'm going to reach for this device to emulate it first before grabbing the Steam Deck. So, you know, that's going to be my first thing that I'm going to try. Sorry about the shaky screen there. Yeah, the way I have this set up is kind of precarious. So I'm going to actually load up a game real quick. Let's load up Super Mario Brothers 3D Land, which is kind of like honestly, it is like a must. It's a fantastic platformer. It's like having the Nintendo Switch and not playing Mario Odyssey. You have to. And this game holds up to this day. It's great. It's honestly a fantastic game. Yeah, so I'll play a little bit for you guys. So yeah, no, in the 3D effect, I could, it's hit or miss for me. I could take it or leave it. It is cool in some areas to use it. It's not going to show up on screen, obviously, if I try to do it. But, you know, the game holds up to this day. It's a fantastic game. And I recommend everyone playing it. There's a couple other games that, you know, Monster Hunter Stories 2, fantastic game. I would say it rivals Pokemon. You know, of course, there's a lot of the Pokemon games that I haven't played through the different generations. I've never played Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I never played X and Y. I did play Omega Ruby. But you know, there's a ton of games that I need to catch up on. And like I said, if I'm gonna play, you know, NES, Super Nintendo, anything like that, this is the device I'm gonna go for, rather than going for something different. So yeah, no, this is a fantastic thing, and it's no wonder to me why all of these systems are now becoming, you know, popular. Again, because, you know, it's amazing. It really is. It does hold up to this day. It still is fantastic system. The battery life is good. It's got good visuals for the time, and you know, one thing that surprised me is there's a Street Fighter. There's like a Street Fighter 4 version and a Tekken version. And it looks surprisingly good for being the 3DS. I would not expect it to be as good as it is. And I swear, I was like, what? oh, can't believe we just did that. So yeah, it's an amazing, honestly, this thing kind of shocked me when I saw it, you know, being able to do that. Yeah. Oh, I missed it. There we go. So yeah, no, it holds up better than you would think in today's age. But yeah, no, I love it. I'm gonna be reaching for it. There's a ton of games, a ton of RPGs I haven't played on here, and anything else like they have Earthbound on here, which Earthbound, there's not a lot of places where you can play Earthbound, you know, and have it be like actually legitimate. Like, of course, yes, you can emulate it, but they actually have it on the virtual console, which is awesome. Oh, whoops. So now that I finished that, Nintendo in their great wisdom has taken away the eShop. Um, I wasn't a heavy user of the 3DS. I didn't really use the eShop at all. I'll be honest, I kind of emulated a lot of different things. This system nowadays, because of the fact there was a gray area, the fact that, some people think it was, obviously it's wrong to steal. It's not right to, these developers that work on the games. But now the 3DS and the Wii U are kind of in a weird gray area because of the fact that, there's no victim anymore. Nintendo shut down the shop. So is it wrong for you to go on the eshop and download what was there currently? I mean, you could have spent thousands of dollars on the eshop, legitimately. And if you got a new device, are you going to not hack it? You know what I mean? Like, are you not going to hack it, or are you going to hack it and just re-download all the stuff for free, knowing that you've paid for those things before? Now, obviously, I'm not one of the people that have paid for it before, but you get what I'm saying. So overall, guys, a fantastic device. I actually love this thing. I'm still laughing. There's going to be half of you are going to be like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe you put a sticker on the 3DS. You murderer." Again, this is mine. I'm never ever going to sell it. This is never going to be sold. And I was actually going to do a shell replacement because I just didn't like the Galaxy look, but with the Futurama sticker on there, I think it looks absolutely amazing. So anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Are you going to get a 3DS or a 2DS or one of the other ones, that are in the family? Leave it down in the comments below. Do you think it's wrong to actually use the eshop nowadays? I actually think it's not wrong. Nintendo, they could actually put out their own, they could emulate the 3DS games on the Switch and do half the screen, the main screen, half the screen, or maybe they could even like do a quarter of the screen be the touch screen on the bottom. There are ways that they could do it and keep your stuff intact. I don't know why they don't just keep using the same accounts throughout the different shops. It's like Nintendo and their infinite wisdom kind of creates this false demand, and to their credit, a lot of their games are worth a lot more, especially on the retro market. The games for the Nintendo 64 are far more expensive, mostly, on average, than, let's say, the PS1, and those came out in the same era. Now, yes, there are conflicting things, either or, but you're a lot more likely to find a PS1 game at a Goodwill bin than you are to find an N64 game. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, that is going to do it for the video, guys. Leave the comments down below. Are you going to get a 3DS? Did you buy a new 3DS, when this happened? Also, before this video ends, I did pay $250 for this on the marketplace, which is not the greatest price in the world, but considering how beautiful this one is, there's no scratches, already was modded, already had the right SD card, I felt like it was a good deal. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.